Hey everyone, Timothy here. Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be doing a little Cyberpunk 2020. This is the second edition of the original Cyberpunk game. I think they're up to a 4th edition now, but we're going to talk about this one today. So this one is by Saurian Games, if you're wondering about that. Basically, let's see, get over here to kind of the contents here. So it talks a little bit about the special characters. You got Rocker Boys. That's if you play Cyberpunk 2077, there's this guy named Johnny Silverhand. You know that's what he is. He's a rocker boy right there. And get rid of that. And if you see up here on the cover, it says got the chips and enhancements, got the attitude right, got the metal beneath my skin. I'm chipping in, and then it says Johnny Silverhand. So that's where you get the character Johnny Silverhand. Basically, you got solos. Those are kind of like assassins and bodyguards. Netrunners, everyone knows what those are. Techies, that's page 12, not Techies 12. That's just a little misprint there. But yeah, techies are kind of like your mechanics of sorts. Medias, that's your news. Cops, corporates, your fixers, and your nomads. If you're familiar with the Cyberpunk universe, you kind of know that. Nomads are kind of like bikers, for those of you who aren't. Basically, for character creation, I believe this game uses D10s. This kind of gives you a little idea about, what each one is. Rebels, rebel rockers who use magic and revolt to fight authority. Solos, assassins, bodyguards, killers, soldiers. Netrunners, cybernetic computer hackers. Techies, renegade mechanics, and doctors. Media, newsmen, and reporters who go to the wall for the truth. Unlike today, right? Cops, maximum lawmen on the mean 21st century streets. Then you have corporates, slick business raiders, and multimillionaires. And then you got fixers, deal makers, smugglers, organizers, and info brokers. And then, of course, nomads, road warriors, and gypsies who roam the highways. Alright, so basically, you got kind of your character points will be determined based on what your GM decides you're going to be. If you're going to be the average character, it's going to be 50 points. Obviously, you're going to be a major hero, you're going to get 80 points. So that's going to kind of determine your points that you get to start with. Basically, your attributes are usually somewhere between 1 and 10, if I remember right. Let's see if I can find something here. Let's see, to determine how far your character can run. Yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. Here's what the character sheet kind of looks like right here. You kind of, your handle, that's your name. You just check off which one you are. Character points, and then your stats. And then these are kind of like your armor locations here. Your saving throw, your body type modifier. This kind of determines a little bit about how much damage you can take. Special abilities, these are based off these original things up here. And then, you got your different stats right here. Attractiveness, body, cool, willpower, empathy. I believe that's intelligence. Reflexes, and tech. So, and then of course on the other side you have your life path, family background, all that kind of stuff. This game gets kind of detailed on your life path, so that's kind of cool. Like you see here, it says life events year. Basically you get one life event for every year after age 16. So if you start a 40-year-old character, you roll on this life path a lot of different times. Body type modifier, this kind of determines how strong you are. So yeah, your stats between looks like 2 to 10. Your body type modifier, that's an extra bonus based on your body type. So, yeah. And then, of course, a lot of different things you can do here. I'm going to kind of skip through a lot of this because it does take a long time. So, for example, you'd roll on what kind of clothes your guy likes to wear. Here's your, basically your background. You roll on there, boom, boom, boom. So, if it says, say, combat zone poor, right? And then it says go to parents, so you do your parents. If both parents are living, it says go to family status, or if something happened, go to something happened to your parents, you go down there, or you go over there. So yeah, it really kind of, it's really nice and fluid about character creation. You can choose your personality and all that other stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of tables to go by here. This kind of tells you a little bit about how the game works. An easy task is 10 plus, whereas nearly impossible tasks are 30 plus for your dice. I haven't played the game in a really long time, so I can't really comment about how it's played anymore. I only played it the one time, but it is a cool game if you get the chance to play it. I'm gonna kind of go to, if I can find it here. So like the Cyberpunk, that's actually pretty cool. Let's see, here's a little bit about weapons. Let's see, trying to find where the cyber stuff is. Here we are. So this kind of tells you a little bit about like what each one does. I know I always liked, what was it called? Dermal plating, I think it was called. Oh yeah, you got muscle and bone lace. Of course, you had your frames. These could increase your strength above 10. The linear frames. I don't see the dermal plating. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking Shadowrun. I'm gonna look, I'm gonna see if I, that's subdermal pocket. Subdermal armor, that's what it's called. I was close. So yeah, basically armor torso to SP18. So yeah, that's what that does. Fashion wear and neural wear, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's an interesting game. Definitely you can check it out. It's called Cyberpunk 2020. This here is Friday Night Firefight. This is kind of like your tutorial that they'll give you. I think you can run it either solo or with a small group, if I remember right. So yeah, that's what the game is. So it's a lot like 2077, just pen and paper for the most part. Just kind of explains injury and death and all that jazz. So yeah, and of course drugs. You can get on drugs in this game. So kind of explains what the drugs do. There's a big area about net running, about how to do the net running combat. Here's your cyber deck sheet. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you guys next time.